dun 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 ba ba dum bum. All right, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Let's see here. All right, looking good, looking good. Just arranging things for you guys here. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Uh-oh. Something went wrong. Yeah. Okay. I thought YouTube crashed on me, but it doesn't look like it. All right, so we are here back with another Fall Classic game. The name of this baseball system is, of course, Fall Classic, and this has really turned into a Fall Classic as we are now in game number 5 between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago Cubs. Each team has won 2 games apiece, so it's a best of 3 series coming up. This one's in Chicago. Game number 5 is in Chicago, and then the last 2 games will be headed back to Cleveland. And we'll see if this one goes 7 like it did in real life, or if one of these 2 teams is going to win the next 2 games. Let's go to our starting lineups. Rajai Davis, center field. Jason Kipnis, second base. Francisco Lindor, short. Mike Napoli at first. Carlos Santana, left fielder. Jose Ramirez, third base. Brandon Guyer, right field. Roberto Perez is catching, and Trevor Bauer pitching today for the Indians. For the Chicago Cubs. For the Chicago Cubs. Dexter Fowler in center field. Dexter Fowler. Chris Bryant's at third. Anthony Rizzo's over at first base. Ben Zobrist is in left field. Addison Russell is the shortstop. Jason Hayward is the right fielder. Javier Baez, the second baseman. David Ross, catcher. The pitcher today, if I can get his card out there, is Jon Lester. Jon Lester pitching for the Cubs. So let's get things underway. Before we do, let's roll for the pitchers. So first, the Cubs, Jon Lester. See if he's having an excellent day, a normal day, or a bad day. That's whose numbers right there. He has got a 5. He's having an excellent day. That's going to help the Cubbies. Now Trevor Bauer, same thing. Let's find out what he's got. Oh, and he's having a bad day. So one pitcher's having a great day, the other's having a bad day. That could make things really difficult for the Cleveland Indians. Let's find out. Game number 5 is underway. Jon Lester finishes his warm-up. He's going to get the sign here from, oops, I have to actually open the right sheet here, don't I? Let's use screenshot number 2. Yeah, there we go. So the catcher, David Ross, gives the signs to Jon Lester. Lester with the windup and the pitch. It's a 42. 42 is a blank. Look at Jon Lester. 4-2 is an out. 17. Oh, that's right. I need my other dice, don't I? 17 is going to fly out to left. Oh, I got to click back over here too. That also helps. Fly out to left. And 1 down. Now, where's my dice? So this is the dice we're going to use for the splits, and then this is the out dice, the pink dice. That's right. I knew I had a 20-sider in there for a reason. So Rajai Davis flies out to left field, and this game is underway here on a cold, brisk day here, October 30th, 2016. The daytime temperature here at 7:17 p.m. local time. Wrigley Field attendance 41,711, October 30th. And the temperature, if we scroll that down, that is going to be 50 degrees. Wind chill, or a wind 10 miles an hour in from center field. All right, so 1 away for Jason Kipnis. 1 hit so far, 8 at bats. And that is a 5-2. 52. Is that going to be a strikeout? It's not going to be a strikeout. So we're going to go to the 52 chart. And I need to pull that one right out of the book because that one we use a lot. It's on the defensive 52 chance. And hang on just a second, we pull that one out. So if you haven't seen Fall Classic Baseball yet, there's a chart for 51, for 52 are both error chances, and then your 53 is your range chance. I am just going to try and set this up over here if I can, out of the way, hopefully out of the way. I'm going to slide this over a little bit so I can position this a little bit better. All right, so we have a 52 because it ended up not being a strikeout. First thing you do is check for the strikeout. It wasn't a strikeout, so we go to the 52 chart and we roll. That is a 56. So 56, third baseman Kris Bryant. Let's look at Bryant here. At third base, error of 6. It is a 4. That is going to be an error on Kris Bryant. We have nobody on. So the putout is made with runners on base. It's error. So that was a 56. It's just one star. So one base error. So batter is going to reach on an error. The error is on Kris Bryant as he throws it wide of first base. Rizzo's not able to keep his foot on the bag, and Kipnis is aboard. So we'll move on to Francisco Lindor. E5 keeps the inning alive here. Francisco Lindor, 62 blank. 62 is a strikeout. So strikeout. So 2 away. Lindor's down on strikes. And Mike Napoli, the first baseman, has a 33. Mike Napoli, that is going to be a single. I'm sorry, 33. 1-6 single. And that is a single. So 1-6 single with a runner on first. Let's see what happens. 7 is the play. It's into left field. Rolls at second. But can run at risk to third if we wanted to try and advance Kipnis. Kipnis is probably not the fleetest of foot. Right. So we're just going to go. I think we are just going to go. Let me look at our chart real quick here again. Where's the chance chart? Looking for the chance chart here. Bunting, hit and run. Hang on just a second, guys. Right. All right. So Kipnis is a slow runner, but that's not who's on first. It's Jason Kipnis, who is an average runner. With 2 away, let's just take the single, move to second, and move on. All right. Carlos Santana, 2 on 2 away here, top of the first. Indians, 54, and we're going to go to the 54 charts. So let's go to the 54 charts. This is another one I should have taken out of the box. Here we go. Let's grab that one. All right, the 54 chart. And we rolled a 19. We have a runner at first. Base is empty. Men on base. So 1 to 18. Nope, it's a 19. So we're going to go to the Wilder chart below. So roll these again. Men on base. I see 13. Strike 3 if catcher's rating G as he frames the pitch. Well, let's find out if David Ross what his rating is here. His range is G, so he frames the pitch. Frames it well. It's going to be a strike 3 called. So David Ross gets the strikeout for his team, framing the pitch. And I don't like that. We're going to just set that over there. That's fine. So another strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. Side is retired. Trevor Bauer, who's will have a bad outing. So we're going to be using the C column. Dexter Fowler has 16, strikes him out. So not a bad start for Dexter Fowler. We're going to slide these cards over a little bit, so I have a little bit more room. All right. So Chris Bryant is up. Chris Bryant. Whoa, come here, you. Uh-oh, 4-4, 1 to 17 double, and that is a double for Chris Bryant. He laces that one out into left center field. That one's down and in. He rounds first, heads into second. Here comes the throw, not in time. Anthony Rizzo up. 2-3 out. It would be a double play, but there's not a runner at first. So the out is a 10 with a runner on second. Runner on second, 10. Line out. Look at the white dice. 3. It's down to first base. Runners hold. So line out to first. Making a good catch over there is Mike Napoli. And that's the second out. Now Ben Zobrist. Rizzo's on second, waiting for a hit here. Ben Zobrist. 53, check for the strikeout. It's not a strikeout, so we're going to go to the 53 chart. This is a range. So 53, 5-3 is to third base. It would be a single 1 star if he can't get to it. So third baseman for the Indians, Jose Ramirez. Here's his card right here. He has a range of 11, and 2 is less than that, so that will be a good play. And so this is ground ball to third, and they'll take the easy out across the diamond, and that's going to do it. We have no score after 1 full here in Wrigley Field. Start of the second inning, Jose Ramirez, who just made that great play. 54 chart, and a 17 on the 54. Strike 3 if catcher's rating is G as he frames the pitch. I think we just had this one. David Ross, right? He's a G, that's right. So, strike 3 if catcher's range is a G as he frames the pitch. Ball 4 if the catcher is a range B. Home, N gets strike 3. Away, N gets ball 4. So in this case, it is a strikeout as once again, David Ross frames the pitch for that umpire who's being swayed by the Chicago shenanigans. Chicago shenanigans. Brandon Geyer's up. 45, 4-5, nothing, 4-5, out. It's a 4 out with no one on. 4 out, ground out to second. And 2 away for Roberto Perez. Catcher spot due up next. 2-2. That is a 12, so 3-6 will be a strikeout. 3-16, I'm sorry, 3-16, so that will be a strikeout. And that's going to end the inning with the pitcher due up first next inning. So Trevor Bauer comes out to face off against Addison Russell. There's his card. I don't know why we turned him upside down, but Addison Russell. Addison Russell. 31 blank. 31 over here is going to be a single because he's having a bad day. Didn't matter because he gives up a single anyways. So leadoff single by Addison Russell. He's got a pretty good stolen base. 17. 17. Ugh. Okay. So he needs to get the jump. Trevor Bauer's a right-hander with a weak arm. Right-hander with a weak arm is a, write this down so I have this. Base stealing, no jump, right-hander, weak arm is just a 1. So he's going to try, so we're going to look at the red dice. If it's a 1, then he doesn't get the jump. Anything else, we're going to look at the 20-sider to see if he gets a steal. And the catcher for the Indians is Roberto Perez. Roberto Perez has an arm of S, which is strong, so it's a -2. So he drops from a 17 down to a 15. So he needs a 1 to 15 on the black dice. It's a 6, and he's 17. He is thrown out as he gets the jump, but he's thrown out, caught stealing second base. Unbelievable. So Addison Russell out. And that brings up Jason Hayward as he tries to get into scoring position. Roberto Perez with the cannon throws him out. Jason Hayward, 32 blank. 32 is an out off of Trevor Bauer. So out is going to be a 17 with no one on. Fly out to left. So 2 away, and it brings up Baez. Again, 2 games apiece for these teams. Whoever wins this game is going to have a leg up on their competition. 56, that's a blank. 56 over here is a strikeout. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Trevor Bauer. We move on to the top of the 3rd. Hey, Jason, how you doing? All right, Jason, I won't tell on you. I'm not going to tell. But thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. So John Nestor against Trevor Bauer, pitcher versus pitcher. You can see Trevor Bauer's got nothing but strikeouts. So his only shot for a hit is I don't know what his chances are. He's going to need something to come off the. Yeah, I mean, no matter what he comes up with, it's a strikeout. So it doesn't matter. We can roll, but it's just going to be a strikeout because 45 is the strikeouts. So Bauer down on strikes as every one of his lines on his card is a K. So, all right, Raji Davis. 34, blank, off of John Lester. 34 is an out. Number 4, probably a ground ball to second. It is ground ball to second. One away, Jason Kipnis. 62, blank. 62 is a strikeout off the pitcher. 2A. Francisco Lindor. Oh, that's going to be it. Sorry. We go to the bottom of the third. David Ross is up, actually, against Trevor Bauer. Cruising through this, 25. 25 is an out. It's a 12er. It's a pop out to position 5, which is third base. So it's a pop up to third in foul territory. Makes the catch. One away. John Lester. He's got a few things on his card. He can actually get a hit. That is a 54. We're going to use the 54 chart. That is a 14. Bases empty. 14 single. Refer to the D20 to see who fields it. Now roll versus their E rating. So it is a 14. So 14 is going to be to center field. We're going to roll on the center fielder. That is Rajai Davis. We're going to look at Rajai Davis error. Center field error is a 6. So it's a single by John Lester. Can he turn it into an error as well? No, it's a 14. So that's going to be a single by the pitcher, John Lester, and he's helping his own cause here. Dexter Fowler's up. APBA, what's going on, my friend? So Dexter Fowler, runner at first, and away we go. 31, blank. 31 on Trevor Bauer is a single. So advancing to second, so back-to-back singles gives the Cubs some hope here in the bottom of the third inning. Chris Bryant is up. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Well, I'm sorry, one out. 66, and that one is gone. Chris Bryant with a 3-run home run. And Tribe Fan 879 is going to be unsubscribing from my channel soon, as he is a big Indians fan. He's not going to be happy to see that. Chris Bryant with a 3-run home run, and that breaks things open here in the third inning for the Cubbies here at home. Tied at 2 games apiece. Anthony Rizzo, 4-4. He's going to back that up with a double. So all of a sudden, the bats are coming alive here for the Cubbies. They got a single, a home run, and a double. I'm sorry, single, home run double. And now it's Ben Zobrist, still only one out. 33, and that is a 1-7 single. It's a 13 though, so that will be a walk. So runners at first and second, and they're going to have a meeting on the mound here. Is Terry Francona is not liking what he's seeing out of his pitcher right now, Trevor Bauer, here in the third inning. It brings up Addison Russell, who singled his first time up and then was caught stealing second. 55! Holy crap, that is going to be a double by Addison Russell, and this game is going to get broken wide open. Rizzo comes in. Zobrist to third. We're going to hold him at third. And that's going to bring up Jason Heyward. Jason Heyward. 4 runs in. Runners at second and third. Still only one out. Defense is going to play in. They cannot afford any more runners to score. Second and third. Jason Heyward. 25. That is an out. Runners at second and third. The out is an 8. It's a fly ball to center field. Runners hold. Runner can run with risk. So center fielder, Rajai Davis. Rajai Davis arm. And center field is an A4. So an A arm, he'll throw out the runner on a 1, 2, or 3, 4, 5, or 6. They're safe. You know what? They're gonna send the runner home. Ben Zobrist, here he comes. 1, 2, or 3. Here comes the throw from Rajai Davis. It's on the line. It is safe at the plate. So Jason Heyward flies out to center field. And Zobrist is going to score on the play. And second base will stay because the throw's coming right towards him. He's not going to advance. So the Cubs get another run off this sacrifice fly. And that brings up Baez, the number 9 hitter, to reach the plate in this inning. Pop up to third, single. Home run by Kris Bryant. Double by Rizzo. Walk, double by Russell. And now a fly ball out by Heyward. And that's 5 runs. Runner at second base, Baez is up. 16 strikes him out to end the inning. But they bat around in the third, and they get a 5-0 lead. Avalanche of doubles, says Jason. That's it. Francisco Lindor, he struck out his first time. Let's see if he needs to get on the ball here. 45 is blank. 45 is an out. It's a 12. We're back to the bases empty chart. Starting all over. 12. It's a pop out to the white dice, which is third base. So pop up to third. So Mike Napoli. The Indians with only 1 hit so far. Jon Lester throwing a great game here at home. 64 blank. 64 is an out. It's a 1. That's a ground out to the pitcher. 2 away. Carlos Santana trying to have an itchy bitchy woman. I need to come up with some better Carlos Santana songs. All right, Carlos Santana. 42 blank. 42 out. Out is a 3. I bet you that's a ground ball to first. Yep, it is. I should stop looking at the chart because I kind of know what most of them are. All right, so that was another 1-2-3 inning. David Ross is up here in the 4th inning. 55, are you kidding me? Holy crap. 11 is a double. 55 is 5-16 is a double. So double by Ross. Jon Lester. There's got to be some kind of sacrifice chart somewhere. I'm sure there is. Bunting. 2 rolls. Right. What's his bunt rating? Sacrifice. He's a 5. So you roll 1 to 5. He's got it in play. Okay, and then you got to roll again. 1 to 5 is good. 6 is not, and it's a good sacrifice. So Jon Lester sacrifice to get Ross to third, and we're just going to say to the pitcher, put out at first. So it's a double roll for a sacrifice. Very familiar if you play roster card. Very similar system. Especially since the designer of this is also the designer of roster card and also play ball, all 3 of these games. So Dexter Fowler, runner at third, defense will play in. It's 5-0. 31 blank. 31 over here is a single, and that's going to send the run home. Good manufacturing of a run by the Cubs there. It's 6-0. Kris Bryant, 43 blank. 4-3 here is a walk because he's having a bad day. We rolled that in the beginning of the game. If you weren't here for that, sorry. So still only 1 out runner at first and second. Good Lord. And this might be it for Trevor Bauer. It might be it for the game if I keep dropping my damn dice. It's way back there. Way, way, way back there. But I'm going to get it with my toes. And I did. I grabbed it with my toe, and I got it. All right. Whew. All right. The runners are first and second. Last time up, Rizzo hit a double. And let's see what he does this time. 25 out. It is a 5 with runners at, what do we have, first and second. Out, and the out number is a 5. 5. Is he lefty or righty? He is a switch hitter. He throws right, so he'd be batting from the left-hand side. No, I'm sorry. He bats left. I'm used to looking at it over here. So he bats left. Ignore everything else I said. So he bats left, grounded to first base. Runners advance, batter out 3-1. Okay? So ground ball down to first. And advancing on the play. So runners get into scoring position for Ben Zobrist. Walk and the ground out. 64 blank. 64 over here is an out. It's a 4. Runners at second and third. Second and third. It's a 4. It's a ground out to second. Runners advance. If they're in, it's not going to matter because that's the last. So it's a ground ball to second. That's all I need. Doesn't matter because it's the end of the inning. So somehow, some way, the Cleveland Indians trying to stay in this game. Down 6-0, only 1 hit so far. They get a couple runs though. They can pull Trevor Bauer and maybe, just maybe, make this a game. Jose Ramirez struck out his first time up. 42, blank, 42, out. Out is 6. That's probably a ground ball to short. Let me just double check the chart just to make sure. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Ground ball to short. God, I'm a genius. Okay, 1 away. Brandon Guyer. Only hit of the game, a single by Mike Napoli in the first inning. That's the only hit. Brandon Guyer. 6-6 and 1-3 is a homer. It is a 20. So that is going to be a double. So there goes a 1-hitter. It's now a 2-hitter. And maybe the Indians can make a little bit of a roar here. Roberto Perez, pitcher due up next. They could just intentionally walk him to bring out Trevor Bauer. We know what Bauer's card's like. It's an auto out because every one of them is a strikeout. So, but they're probably going to pull Bauer here and bring in a pinch hitter. Four, and that's a walk by Perez, and now they're going to have to because the runners at first and second. They could take the auto out, strikeout. You can see his card is just nothing but strikeouts. So he can't do anything but strike out. You can take the auto out, which will put 2 outs, or you can pull them, bring in a pinch hitter, and you have 2 chances of scoring some runs. And I think you got to do that down 6-0, and Trevor Bauer not pitching that well anyway. So Bauer will be out. So who are they going to bring in? Somebody who doesn't suck, maybe. We're going to bring in Coco Crisp. Coco Crisp is going to pinch hit. Coco Crisp. Add some milk, and he's yummy and delicious. Coco Crisp. All right. Get back here, dice. All right, John Lester running into a little snafu in the Cubs' rout here in the top of the 5th. 6-0. Runners at first and second. Only 1 out. Coco Crisp, and that's going to be it for Bauer. 35 is an out. 35 over here. I'm sorry, 35 is a blank. 35 over here is an out. It's a 20. Runners at first and second, and he rolled a 20. 20 on the out. First and second. It's a line out. Look at this number, which is the 5. Line out to third base. double off if the D20 equals a 2. So we're rolling for a double play. So line out to third, and then third baseman's going to throw it over, see if they can double Brandon Geyer off a second. 1-2. It's an 18, so no double play, but it's a line out to third. So Coco Crisp almost hits into a double play. Oops. Let's go line out to third. No one advances. So Coco Crisp is out. And we'll put his card like that so I don't forget the pitcher spot. And then brings up Raji Davis. Still runners in first and second. Another chance for the Indians to get back into this. 56 blank. 56 over here is a strikeout, and that's going to do it. Jon Lester throwing a heck of a game for the Cubbies. So coming in to pitch, new pitcher, Mike Clevenger. He's going to bat in the 9th hole. Okay, so Mike Clevenger comes in to pitch against Anderson Russell. Russell, a single and a double so far, 2 for 2. 25 out. It is a 12 bases empty. 12 bases empty. Pop out to third. So one away. Jason Hayward. 2 fly balls. 1 to left field. 1 to center field. 1-6. 16's out. 15. 15. He is a lefty. Ground ball to first. That's fine. I put it down as third, but it was to first. Doesn't matter. It was still an out. Javier. 2 strikeouts for Javier Baez. 1-2 strikeout. So 3 strikeouts for Javier Baez. Not helping the Cubs at all. It's still 6-0 as we go to the 6th inning. Jon Lester can face 28 batters. So far he's faced 18, 19. This will be number 20. Jason Kiftis will be 20. 16, strikeout on a 1-12. It is a strikeout. As the black dice is a 2. That is strikeout number 2, 4, 6, 7 strikeouts. Francisco Lindor. Uh-oh. It's a 5. 5-7 is a triple on the 6-6. So a triple. Francisco Lindor in the gap into the corner. And he's on with 1 away. Defense will come in. Mike Napoli. 62. 62 is a strikeout. So, Carlos Santana, he needs a big hit here. Black Magic Woman. Oh, 6-6 again. And that one is gone. Home run. Carlos Santana. And he puts the Indians on the board 6-2, my friends. It's not over yet. It's a Black Magic Woman. All right, Jose Ramirez. I got this song stuck in my head now. Thank you, Carlos. That is a 61 blank here. It's a strikeout over there. So Jon Lester strikes out the side, but not before a 2-run home run cuts into his lead. Mike Clevenger against David Ross. He's going to 1-1. He's going to walk. So David Ross walks. That brings up Lester with an opportunity to sacrifice again. So 1-5. He's in. And a 1-5. He's good. So good sacrifice by Lester. And and sacrifice. Lose a second. Assist to the catcher. Put out at first. That's fine. Okay. Brings up Dexter Fowler. Runner in scoring position now. 6-2 ball game. Fowler, 15. Strikeout Fowler. Swing and a miss. 2 away for Kris Bryant. 45. Blank. 45 on Clevinger. Oh, we got a roll for Clevinger to see. I forgot to do that. What kind of outing he's going to have. A, B, or C. It is a 14. So in the middle, an average day. And it was a 45 average is a 1 to 14 walk. So 1 to 14 walk. It's a 13. So he's going to give up a walk. So walk to Bryant. That's his second walk. He also has a home run and a double. He's definitely doing some stuff for the Cubs. Anthony Rizzo, 1 for 3 with a double. 15, strike 3 called. That's going to do it for the Cubbies in the 6th. We go to the 7th, 6-2. Jon Lester. He can get maybe 3 more. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. This will be number 25, 26, 27. He's got about 4 more guys. Brandon Guyer. Whoop, foul ball. Craziness. Foul ball. 43, blank, 43's out, 13. Ground out too short. That's with no one on, right? Actually, is he a lefty? He's a righty. Yeah, it's ground out too short. Good. Roberto Perez, walking his strikeout. 43 blank. Again, 43 is going to be an out. It's going to be an 11. Ground out to first. 2 away, and it brings up the pitcher spot. You're not going to have many chances left in this game. But there's no one on. You got to find somebody to pitch the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. All right, Clevinger out for Cleveland. Pinch hitting is going to be Yan Gomes. So pinch hitter, Yan Gomes. They got to take advantage of every opportunity that comes up, down 4 runs. So Yan Gomes against Jon Lester. 25. 25 is an out. It's a 7. Fly ball to left. So Yan Gomes doesn't do much. And now we need Bryan Shaw. New pitcher. Bryan Shaw. He's going to bat 9th. Okay. So Bryan Shaw is coming into things off against Zobrist. Over 2 and a walk. Oh, where's my other dice? Here it is. Hope everyone's having a great day. Whoop, foul ball. That one jumped the fence. 64, blank, 64. Oh, we got a roll for Bryan Shaw. 64 for Bryan Shaw. He's having a bad day. That's a home run on a 1 to 11. And that is a 9. That is a home run for Ben Zobrist. No, that was a 64. Sorry, 64 is an out. I got everyone excited. But that is actually an out. It's going to be a ground out. So it's going to be a ground out to short. Doesn't really matter. I could look in the chart, but I'm not going to. It's an out. Who cares? Addison Russell, 2 for 3, a single and a double. Bryan Shaw, 6-6, 9. That one is gone. Addison Russell lifts that one high and deep into the starry night. And that one is gone for a 7-2 lead. Jason Hayward, 46 is a ballpark. So we're going to look at the ballpark at a 1, right? Uh-oh. He's a lefty. Jason Hayward is a lefty. A 1 off of Wrigley Field is a home run. Jason Hayward back-to-back jacks. And it looks like the Cubs are going to take a 3-2 series lead after this one. It's now 8-2. But Cleveland is headed home for the final 2 games. Javier Baez, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. 21. Make that 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. David Ross, he's got a double, walk, and a pop out to third. And a home run. 3 home runs given up in this inning alone. Back to back, and then a strikeout, and then another home run. So 3 out of the last 4 batters, home runs. And they would pull Brian Shaw, but it's a 9-2 ball game at this point. And brings up John Lester, who they're going to pull Lester. There's no sense in having Lester because he'll be done anyway. So they're going to be bringing in a pinch hitter. Who else wants to get in on the fun here? Looks like Miguel Montero wants to join in on the fun. A pinch hitter. Miguel Montero. So Montero will pinch hit for Lester. Whoop, foul ball. Montero. That is a 46. That's a ballpark. Ballpark 11. Ballpark 11 is a foul out. Whew. Okay. He's going to foul out. Pop it out to, let's see, bats lefty, so it's probably going to be the first baseman. Doesn't really matter again. But that's going to do it for the Cubbies in the 7th. Good inning if you're a Cubs fan. 3 home runs. And Carl Edwards will be the new pitcher. Carl Edwards, and he will bat in the 9th spot. Okay. So Carl Edwards against Raji Davis. 9-2 ball game, 6 outs away from heading back to Cleveland with a 3-2 series lead is the Cubs. 62 blank, 62 strikes him out. John Lester having an awesome outing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts. Or 10 strikeouts for John Lester and then 1 for Carl Edwards. Jason Kipnis, 1, 2 strikeouts. So 2 strikeouts for Carl Edwards. And they are 4 outs away. Francisco Lindor, 31, blank, 31 is an out. It's a 7. That's going to be a fly ball to left. That's going to do it for the Indians. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Shaw against Fowler. 46. Ballpark. 4. He is a switch hitter, so he's going to actually be batting from the left-hand side. So 3 or 4 is a double. So double off the ballpark card. Chris Bryant. 2 walks, a home run, and a double. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 home runs for the Cubbies so far. 54 is the 54 chart. We have runner on second. Runner on second. And that is a 1. Men on base, wild pitcher pass ball. Use only original D20 and determine if wild pitcher pass ball. If the D20 falls within the pitcher's wild pitch rating, Brian Shaw 1 to 10 It's a 1. We're going to call that a wild pitch. Wild pitch. Advances to third. And he gets another roll at it. Bryan Shaw, Chris Bryant, 34, blank. 34 is a single off of Shaw because he's having a, no, he was having a normal day, but it's still a single. And that's going to score another run. It's now 10-2 ball game. Anthony Rizzo, 61, blank. 61 is a strikeout. Ben Zobrist, last time up, grounded out to the shortstop. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. 64, blank. 64 is an out. Ground out, so it's going to be ground ball to short. And Edson Russell. Let's see, a single, a double, a home run. We could get a triple here. Edson Russell would hit for the cycle here in the World Series. 33, 1-9. It's a single. It is a single. So I thought maybe, just maybe, he needed the triple. He needed the 6-6 triple right there. But a 33 is a single. And Bryan is just going to stay at second, up by 8 runs. Hayward versus second. 41, blank. 41 is a walk. So that's going to load the bases. And that's going to be it for Bryan Shaw. He's out. New pitcher is going to be Cody Allen, batting in the 9th spot. Against Baez. Baez is 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, but bases are loaded. 52, we got to check. 14 is not a strikeout, so we got a roll on the 52 chart. Looking for an error. 25 on the error. This one's down to third base. 1 star. Third baseman is going to be Ramirez. There's his card right there. At third base, he's got an error of 2. 14 is not in range, so no error. It's just going to ground out to third, and that's going to do it. So Cody Allen comes in, and with bases loaded, gets out of the jam. We go to the 9th. It's got to be a hell of a comeback. And all they have in the pen is Aroldis Chapman. So Edwards is going to try and close this one out. Napoli, 2-6. Against the lefty would be a single. It's not. It'll be a 12 to pop out to short. Pop out to short. One away. Carlos Santana. The Black Magic Woman trick didn't work, though. A Black Magic Woman. All right. Home run for Ramirez, or Santana. 41, blank. 41 over here is a walk. So it's not over yet. Jose Ramirez. And we don't actually have any pinch hitters, so we're just going to roll through this lineup. 65 is a home run off the pitcher card. Home run 1-14. It's a 19, so no home run. 1-14 chance. Jose Ramirez. He's going to fly that out to center field, I think is what you do. If it's not a home run, I think it just goes to center field. I could be wrong, but with down 8 runs, I'm not willing to look that up. So that's the way I'm playing it. Brandon Guyer, runner at first. Almost a home run there for the Indians. They got a single by Napoli. They have a double by Brandon Guyer. They have a triple by Francisco Lindor, and they have a home run by Carlos Santana. So as a team, they hit for the cycle, but only 4 hits. And they're 1 out away from going back to Cleveland, down 3-2. At 33, single. It's not over yet. Santana was just going to second. That brings up Roberto Perez. That's a 45 blank. 45 is a wild pitch if this is in his range. And his wild pitch rating is 1 to 18. It is a 19. No wild pitch. Instead, it will be an out. 11 is just going to be a, let's see, that is, what do we have? We have runners at first and second. Yes, I'm going to look this up. A ground out to third base. Ground out to third. And you know what? I'm actually going to take the time to make this a unassisted play by the third baseman as he put out third base. And he's just going to take it to the bag himself, and that's going to do it. The Cubs are headed to Cleveland, up 3-2. We're going to end this game. Bauer takes the loss. Lester with the win. No save. All right, and let's upload our statistics. Not that Cleveland wants to see these statistics. Ooh, the Cubbies beat them up pretty good today. And that was 2 runs on 5 hits and no errors by Cleveland. The Cubs, 10 runs on 15 hits. 1 error on the catcher, David Ross. But besides that, I think it was the catcher, pretty sure. What was, it was it was E5. No, it was not the catcher. It was on third base. That's Chris Bryant. That's right. Bryant with the error. It did not even cost him though on the error. That's how good things went for the hometown team, the Cubs. All right, so there you go. Trying to get this game done, or this series done for you guys here in Fall Classic Baseball. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Look at the Fall Classic Baseball. Indians. So the Cubs only changed out 1 player. The Indians changed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's never a good sign. Never a good sign. All right, but they are headed home. They got 2 games to win at home. Otherwise, the Cubs are going to win the 2016 World Series, and we would not want to see that happen. So go, Indians, go. Start the tomahawk chop. Start the Indian drums now as the Indians are headed home. Oh.